Hello, my name is Josephine and I'll be doing the reflection on assistive technology. To begin, I'd like to describe what assistive technology is. It is assistive technologies are for students are to help students do something that they are unable to do because of a disability. The needs are determined at an IEP. When determining what is needed, make sure to know what is available to help that student. There are low-tech and high-tech tools. Some low-tech tools could be using a pencil grip. Those are for the ones who have trouble holding a pencil with a traditional grip independently. A highlighter would be another example of low-tech technology. You might highlight where students need to cut or write. I know I've done that with one of our students that we have right now in our classroom. We highlight like the dotted lines where he needs to cut. We highlight like the letters that he needs to trace. My teacher gave him a pencil grip to hold his pencil correctly. So you also like adjusting the light in a room is another. Fluorescent lighting is least desirable for the students. So by putting a scarf over something might help you alternate you can alternate putting the scarf like over the windows, or if you have a lamp in your room, to put a scarf over the lamp. That just helps it out. It's more beneficial that way. Some students need individual schedules to help them transition throughout the day, and I know that our little guy has a schedule, and he has two schedules. One of them looks like this. Like this is for music, and this tells him, because he's autistic and he doesn't verbalize very well, so we'll show him something like this where he, even though he can't verbalize, he's moving his lips like he can sing. Or we have something like, we'll show him like to sit in his chair. Just little signs like this help him. We also had a student last year that was autistic and would take off running outside the school building. So throughout the whole school we had to put up like stop signs by all the doors. So when he would see that stop sign, he would know to stop, and he would just stop and like sit down and maybe cry and throw a fit or whatever, but he would stop. He wouldn't go out the building any longer. We also, speaking of like the schedules, we also have schedules for our little guy, which looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. And this just tells him like his morning procedures, to greet the teacher. When he comes in the morning, he's supposed to greet the teacher by saying good morning. When he's pulled out of the room and he comes back, he's supposed to greet the teacher and let her know that he is back. One of the questions was, out of the assistive technologies that I looked at this week, which did you find most interesting or most applicable for your teaching area? I would have to say what's that called? Oh gosh, I can't even remember. The Dynavox. There you go. I thought that was pretty interesting and pretty cool. And actually, we do have a student that uses, like, he has like a little, it's kind of like an iPad, and he types out what he wants to say, or if he has to go to the bathroom, he'll type out, like BR. They don't know how to spell yet, but they sound it out, so he'll put BR for bathroom, something like that. The next question was, as provided in the Brusama 2011 article, describe 3 of the 6 applications of assistive technologies and give an example of each. That is not referenced in the article on page 7. On the applications of assistive technology, 3 out of the 6 is positioning, and that's where you have your wheelchairs, your braces, and your tilt tables. The student is either in a wheelchair, and they have like a tilt table to help them write if they can't write, or look at the book, or pictures, or whatever, but they have a tilt table. Mobility is the physical disabilities, walking, using stairs, transferring from the wheelchair to other seating. They use canes, wheelchairs and walkers, so on. The third one would be your environmental interaction. That's your daily living, adjustable desk, alternative light switches, like I was speaking of earlier, switches for computers. The next question was, find one additional assistive technology that was not listed in the module and provide an overview of what it is and how it works. That's the one I had showed you earlier about like these little pictures here. They're just little schedules, and they really do help the student. Like this one says stand up, and then so forth, and sing. So the assistive technology, to be honest, I didn't know what it was. I knew we had students, with all these like these little cards, and we have students that were in wheelchairs and had the tilted tables, and all, like last year with the stop signs. I didn't know that was part of assistive technology. I didn't even know it had a name. I just thought it was some kind of plan that the teachers came up with. I didn't even know, but now I do, and so it's very interesting, and I'm really learning a lot, and I appreciate all the videos that were given, and they're very informative. So thank you.